Storm Watch 12 weather on News Watch 12.
Well, later on this afternoon, we'll start seeing the wind pick up along the Oregon coast and especially into Siskiyou County and east the Cascades. However, it won't be really all that strong throughout the day. Generally, wind gusts between 25 and 30 miles an hour. Now, once we get into the day on Monday, that's when the wind is really going to start to pick up. Along the Oregon coast, we'll have a cold front approaching the area, but the wind will really start to pick up east the Cascades. We could be looking at possibly a wind advisory being issued by the National Weather Service on Monday because wind gusts could be anywhere between 35 and 45 miles an hour. Now, in terms of our stormcast, what we're going to be looking at is morning clouds, plenty of cloud cover in the early morning, but by the time we get into the afternoon, you can see plenty of clearing. We'll see a little bit more clearing than what's being indicated here, but it'll be pretty nice into the afternoon. Once we get past sunset, we'll start seeing those clouds on the increase from our next system that we were kind of just showing, but the rain should develop right around midnight along the Oregon coast, anywhere between about, say, 5 and 8 o'clock in the morning here in the Rogue Valley. That rain will continue to push off towards the east after we get, say, about 11 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll start to make it east of the Cascades and eventually fall apart and turn into widely scattered showers. We'll have showers eventually diminish before midnight west of the Cascades. So your Rogue Valley planner for today, temperatures are going to be much warmer, but be close to 80. I don't think we'll quite get there, but forecasting a high of 78 degrees. So a pretty nice day in terms of temperatures, even though we'll still have some clouds in the area. 66, the forecast high for Brookings, 72 for Lakeview, 57 warmer in Crater Lake. Now, what we're going to be looking at with the next couple of days, really, we're going to be looking at a pretty strong system on Monday. That's the one we were kind of just looking at, but it's a quick hitting system, so it blows out of the region by Tuesday and Wednesday, and by then we have high pressure building into the region, so temperatures are actually going to warm up rather nicely. Bet that doesn't last all that long, usually doesn't at this time of year, but by the time we get towards Saturday, here's our next system. We get into a southwesterly flow, things will cool off after that. And in terms of 7 to 10 days out, we may have another significant system next week, but that's still ways out. We'll keep an eye on that in the days to come. Now, in terms of our rainfall forecast, numbers up and down I-5 are pretty accurate, I think, about 1/10 of an inch, give or take just a little bit. Grants Pass will have a little bit better chance of getting more than, say, 1/4 of an inch. But as you head east of the Cascades, not much is going to make it east of the Cascades. But this particular model is kind of overdoing it for the Oregon coast. I think we'll be generally close to about 1/2 an inch for most locations, just because this is a pretty quick moving system. So here's our precipitation forecast for the next 5 days. You can see a lot of green for Western Oregon and Washington. So this is continued great news for our fire situation. In terms of our forecast, Sunday will be dry, Monday will be wet, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday looking pretty good overall. Now, in terms of our temperatures, we're going to drop below average for Monday, Tuesday, right around there, but then we get way above average for the latter part of the week. So here's your 7-day forecast for the Oregon coast. Rainy and windy beginning on Monday, and then temperatures staying into the 70s through Thursday of next week. For Northern California, will be in the 70s for tomorrow. Cooler, mid-60s on Monday, and then temperatures ramp back up into the 80s beginning on Wednesday. For the Klamath Basin, mid-70s on Sunday. The wind really picks up and the rain as well, but then it dries out and warms up for the remainder part of the week. And for the Cascades, we'll go from mid-60s to mid-50s for Sunday and Monday. Tuesday goes back into the 60s, and then pleasant temperatures, although warm, Wednesday through the end of the week. And here in the Rogue Valley, if you want warmer temperatures, for sure, we're going to have to wait until Wednesday. That's when we get into the 80s. We'll have to deal with some rain, though, on Monday.